Yoatzi and I have both done 75 hard. I'm currently still doing 75 hard. And with that comes a lot of healthy eating and meal prepping and trying to cook a lot.
Well, I am very happy to announce that this podcast is sponsored by Marley Spoon. I'm literally so excited about this because it's keeping me on track with my meals. And guess what? With my code PRETTY, you can get up to 27 free meals.
That's a lot of meals, eh?
Yes. This new year, fast track your way to eating well with Marley Spoon. Head to marleyspoon.com/offer/pretty and use code PRETTY for up to 27 free meals. That's right, up to 27 free meals with Marley Spoon.
One last time, that's marleyspoon.com/offer/pretty for up to 27 free meals. And make sure you use my promo code PRETTY so they know I sent you.
Welcome back to another episode of Pretty Not Smart with your host, Yoatzi.
And Louie, a.k.a. the baddest perra.
Hello, bienvenidos. Welcome back.
Welcome back again.
I'm excited for today's episode.
Nice.
I'm always excited.
Yeah, we have quite a few things that planned, you guys. Should we give them the topic now? Before you get into your dumbass fact.
Yeah, so they get excited.
So, obviously, El Día de Amor.
El Día del Amor y la Amistad.
Yeah, and me and Yoatzi wanted to do this episode where, like on Valentine's Day week, we wanted to hear your guys' like love stories or ask us for advice or anything of that sort, love related. And we wanted to give you guys our 2 cents.
Yeah.
Pero se nos pasó la pinche onda. So we didn't end up doing it that week, but we still really want to do it because we love these episodes where we get to read from you and your stories.
Yes.
And yeah, so that's basically what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be hearing some of your guys' stories and just giving our input.
And it's still Febrero. It's still Love Month.
And
even though it's like the last fucking Thursday of the month.
And love is always around, so it doesn't have to be on San Valentin.
Exactly.
So thank you guys for submitting your stories. If you guys don't follow us on Pretty Not Smart Pod on Instagram, then you missed out on these entries.
On submitting your stories.
So
excited.
Thank you for those who submitted. And before we get into that hot topic, we are gonna get into the dumbass fact of the day.
Should we or should we not? Because I don't have one. Just kidding. No, I have one. I have one. It's 2 parts. Since we're talking about love and sex and shit, I'm kidding.
Bitch!
Since we're talking about love, I got curious. I was
are you still gay?
I was like, are you, Louie? I wanted to know the average person, how many people they kiss in their lifetime. Like, what's the average number? Mm-hmm. So according to AI, according to Google, the average number of people a person kisses in their lifetime is around 21. So
I have more than that.
Freaking May got all happy. So I guess the average person kisses about 21 different people.
Define average person.
Not you.
Well,
what do you think about that?
Do you think yours is more or less?
Are you a hoe or not? Well, just because I kissed them doesn't mean we did anything else. Sometimes it was just like a little makeout sesh.
Male casual. Well, it was just a little tongue.
But it was back then, May, okay? It wasn't anytime soon, okay? My live. No, like back in the day, I think I have maybe around like 25. That's like still remaining a little average. I don't say more than 25.
You know what?
I hit 1,000.
I was like, I'm far from average. No, at first when I heard 21, I was like, okay, that's a little bit of a crazy number. But putting it into a POV, I'm in the same boat as Yoatzi, where I've kissed a lot of people.
Bitch.
No, I've kissed a lot of people, but not in an intimate way. Because I've kissed like friends too, like when we're drunk.
Right.
Or like I'll kiss a lot of like, because like I'm assuming they're counting them as like on the lips, right?
Yeah, just any it's not specific to like makeout sesh.
Yeah, like I've like kissed some of my friends like, or like when I'm drunk or like You know, obviously when I was like in my perra vibes, that's
Same.
different.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I would say that's about right.
Yeah, especially if you like go out a lot and get drunk a lot.
Yeah, because
That seems about right.
I feel like it's very like teenager years, and then
Uh-huh.
eventually when you find your significant other, it stops.
But also, it does count like when we're mocoso vibes.
Yeah,
we're
that's why.
growing up.
Uh-huh.
And like, I know Louie had like fucking 30 girlfriends at some point. And he was like, mwah, 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 kissing everyone.
Yeah.
So that's why we're all your 20 kisses wet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you're taking everything into consideration, like your first kiss as like a little kid and everything, then that sounds about right.
Yeah, it sounds about right. And then the next part is I wanted to know the average body count.
No.
The average body count is around 7. And this is just in the US. So the average person has about 7 bodies.
But that's not like, yeah. It's counting like, even if you go back to that same person, it's still just one body.
Right. It's just
Yeah.
one, like 7. They've had sex with 7 different people.
I can
That's
respect
a
that.
little average. Yeah.
That's crazy. Having
I
an average.
feel
Horny.
no.
right
I
now.
thought average. I don't know why I thought the number would be bigger.
Because mine is.
No, definitely not. Mine's kind of around that number, but I really feel like I don't know. Maybe just because now it's not. A lot of people don't really get into relationships. They do a lot of like one night stands and those vibes.
Like hookup culture is such a huge thing.
Yes, so that's kind of what I was thinking. So I was thinking that maybe it'd be higher, but I mean,
Well, when was
7's
that
cute.
average citizen done the study?
That I'm gonna say within the last like 2-3 years.
You know what's crazy? Like a little fun fact from my end.
What?
I feel like because obviously hookup culture is such a huge thing now.
Yes.
Like we talk about
it's pretty
hookup culture
crazy.
and how everybody's like, what happened to the love? I personally don't think that hookup culture is a quote unquote bigger thing now. I think it's that now people are more open about it and about hookup culture.
Like more about like talking about it.
Yeah, so it seems like it's happening a lot more, but it's just because I feel like back then it was more like, shh, don't talk about it. And now there's straight up people who are like, oh, I'm not looking for a relationship, I'm just looking to hook up. Like, so it sounds like it's a thing of now, but I just think back then, people were more secretive about it.
Okay.
And it's the same thing, casi nada que ver, but to give you guys another example, it's like where I hear people now be like, oh my God, there's so many like gay people now, so many bisexual, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, it's not that there's quote unquote more, is that now we live in a time where it's easier for people to come out. So back then, it's not that there was less, it's that there was people who would spend their whole lives not being open about it or ever telling people about it.
Right.
So I feel like it's the same thing maybe with this, where like, según quote unquote now, hookup culture is like a huge thing, but I think people just talk about it more.
Yeah, you're right. I feel like it's more accepted and normalized because back in the day, marriage was a big thing. It was like you're not supposed to be hooking around, hooking up with people. You're supposed to just get married, have kids. And now people are so straight up and they're like, bitch, I don't want to get married. I don't want to have kids.
Yeah, even that convo.
Yeah, like that stuff you see less of. So you see more people just honestly being more expressive, probably because it's a little more accepted.
But that's not us judging in any way, shape, or form.
Haz lo que te dé la pinche gana, nos vale.
Yeah, everybody is entitled to whatever they want to do with their own bodies.
Yes.
And do what you want.
Do
Just
whatever makes you happy, babe.
be safe.
Just be safe. Yeah, cuídate. Well, before we move on to the love topic, I wanted to give the biggest thumbs up to Louie for coming on the
Why?
podcast today. Yeah, because he threw me a little baby shower, a surprise baby shower. In case you guys didn't know,
It was mini.
It was literally perfect and so fucking cute and thoughtful. I saw he posted a little picture today and they were like, la que no quería baby shower, eh?
I know.
And I think I had told me this. I was like, oh, like if you want to throw me like a little surprise baby shower or something like that, cute, fun, fresh, like I'm down. But like for me to go all out and like plan it, I was like, I know you don't quiero hacer esa pinche chingadera. I don't want to do that. So I got excited because Louie set it up in his house. So fucking cute. And it was like with really close, intimate friends. And even Nea was there with our family. So it was so perfect.
Yeah.
I remember I walked into your bathroom And I was just staring at myself in my little dress. And I was like, oh my God, we're celebrating my baby today.
Yeah.
Like, it just made it more real. And I was like, oh my God, he's going to be here in like 10 weeks or less. So it made me scared a little bit.
I know, it kind of like hit you.
Yeah.
Like we're celebrating the baby shower.
The baby.
Yeah, I got the idea where Yoatzi had sent us, we talked about it in another episode where Yoatzi was like, I'm not going to do a baby shower. I want to go on a trip with my family. And we thought that was like a very fun and cute, different thing for her to do. Because that's what they're doing. They're celebrating her bringing another baby into the family. So I was like, why not? But she did send us a little, ¿cómo se llama?
A gift registry.
A gift registry for things that she needed. So like, she's like, oh, like in case you guys wanted to help me out with anything, which I think is always a good idea to do that because people aren't like guessing as to what to get you. You're just like, hey, like if you wanted to get me something, this is what it is. So I had told my family, I was like, hey, like let's plan a little something for Yoatzi where it's not going to be a huge fucking baby shower because I knew she didn't want to do that. But I still wanted it to be a way for all of us to like get together and like still like celebrate it. So then I was just like, let me try to plan this. I got this cute little like balloon setup. And then I still wanted us to do an activity that didn't necessarily mean it was going to take a bunch of Yoatzi's time and energy. Or like if we're playing games, Yoatzi's setting it up or everybody's like touching her. And I know it was just like a lot. So then I was like, Andrea gave me the idea to do like a cute painting moment. And I had seen this video on TikTok of people painting, ¿cómo se llama? Onesies. And I was like, that'll be so fucking cute. So then we were going to paint the onesies. Y cuando fui a comprar las paintings and stuff, I saw cuadros. And I was like, wait, we can put them in cuadros and it could be like a cute memory.
Like a little setup.
Yeah,
like
so
a cute moment.
We got a few friends and the family, and then we just surprised her with a cute little get together.
So cute, and I'm really excited because I feel like everybody brought out their artistic side for the little onesies.
Yeah.
So I already have like the spot where I want to put it in the nursery, like all the little shirts.
Yeah.
But when the baby's here, I literally want to put like every day put a different one on. And
that'll be fun.
Send everybody the pictures because it'll be so cute
that'll
seeing the baby wearing like what everybody made.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited. And then to top off the night, Louie brought out his pirinola.
Yeah.
If you guys have never played pirinola, it's a game from Mexico. It's like this little spinny thing and you play it with money. Like the pirinola will tell you like put $1 in, everybody puts $1 or you get all the cash.
Or it's like take $2.
Yeah. It's really fun. And we're like, we're all competitive playing that shit.
I got my friends into it and I just had everybody bring like $7.
Yeah, it was like it was literally $7.
And but se acumula el pinche dinero in the middle. So then I had like my parents playing and everybody and everyone was like, bitch.
And people were like, let me borrow a few bucks.
I know, so they can keep playing and shit.
Yeah, that was so fun. So thank you so much, brother. I really appreciated it. Yeah. And actually the whole family got me a bunch of really cute gifts that I'm like, oh my God, I literally needed this shot. Yay. So now that I have some goodies, I think it's time for me to start setting up my nursery.
I'm so excited to see it.
Me too. I'm excited.
Yay.
But yeah, that was it for our week. Oh, and it was my mommy's birthday.
Yes.
It was my mommy's birthday. We surprised her with mariachi and hibachi.
It was a hectic weekend.
It was very hectic.
It was hectic. And then it was like trying to plan 2 parties without partially the family not knowing. It was like I was planning my mom's party without my mom knowing. And then I was also at the same time planning Yoatzi's little baby shower without her knowing. And then it was just like a whole schedule thing, conflict. And I was just like going crazy.
Louie
but
did that shit.
It worked out. And it had to be the same weekend because some people were like, babe, didn't you just do your mom's? But it had to be because Andrea was going to be here. And I was like, I can't do it any other weekend because Andrea won't be here. So
it worked out so perfectly.
Yeah, I lost a lot of hair.
He's all bald. He's like, look.
Yeah, that's why I've been wearing hats all
and
episodes.
It's all gray, the little hairs he does have.
Know.
Poor Lou.
But it was worth it. It was really fun. So somebody buy me a wig. Yoatzi and I have both done 75 hard. I'm currently still doing 75 hard, and with that comes a lot of healthy eating and meal prepping and trying to cook a lot.
The hardest part about 75 hard, honestly, was the meal prepping.
Yes.
I feel like it's the most complicated thing, and it's so time consuming. I feel like I don't have time for that.
It's porque planning healthy meals that actually taste good just gets really overwhelming. But that's when we found Marley's Spoon, and it genuinely changed how we cook at home.
Well, I am very happy to announce that this podcast is sponsored by Marley's Spoon. I'm literally so excited about this because it's keeping me on track with my meals. And guess what? With my code PRETTY, you can get up to 27 free meals.
That's a lot of meals, eh?
Yes.
Y para esas noches when you need comida ahorita mismo, something quick and yummy, Marley Spoon's new 15-minute express recipes are exactly what they sound like. Convenient, delicious, y en la mesa en solo unos pocos minutos. They always have some great options. And if you have a few more minutes to spare, they have some great 20-minute options as well.
Speaking about 20-minute options, my favorite recent meal from Marley Spoon is the creamy one skillet Tuscan shrimp. And it's literally ready under 20 minutes. It looks complicated to make, but it's so easy and so quick.
Yeah, oh, you're hungry now. And if you're really in a hurry like me, a veces corriendo, Marley Spoon also has some delicious ready-to-heat meals. These are lifesavers when I'm running really short on time or just needed something really quick to eat.
Honestly, overall, my favorite thing about Marley Spoon is just how easy it is to cook these meals and how much stress it takes away from me having to worry about what I'm going to eat next.
Yeah, and they're super yummy and they're like, make it super easy to make them. So you're not like, what am I going to cook? How do I make this? Like, this looks super complicated.
Exactly. This new year, fast track your way to eating well with Marley Spoon. Head to marleyspoon.com/offer/pretty and use code PRETTY for up to 27 free meals. That's right, up to 27 free meals with Marley Spoon.
One last time, that's marleyspoon.com/offer/pretty for up to 27 free meals. And make sure you use my promo code PRETTY so they know I sent you.
Okay, you guys, let's jump into these little stories. So basically, me and Louie are going to take turns reading stories and then we're going to give you advice.
I'm scared.
Only because me and Louie feel like we've been through the trenches. We've been through a lot, right, Louie?
No.
Just you, bitch. We've been through a lot. So I was like, I want to give advice. We don't know what to say. He popped another one. Can somebody please send us squishies? We're all
of
out.
our squishies are popped.
I wonder why. Yo, ya ni los uso.
Ay, nice, usted.
Ya ni tienen agüita. They're all supposed to have little water in them. They're all sick.
But they low-key feel better like this.
A ver, let me squish it. Oh, yeah.
Like kind of like massaging my hands. Go!
All right. I have the first post.
Okay.
Hello, Yoatzi and Louie. I hope you guys are doing well. My name is Jay, and before anything, I would like to say that I love you both so much. We love you, Jay. Thank you for submitting your story. So I met a guy through the most random situation. A friend of mine met someone, and one time during a night out, jokingly, I said to the partner, set me up with one of your friends, not thinking anything of it. I went about my day, and a few days later, my friend sent me a text saying, text this number. This guy thinks you're really cute. Oh, shit. In my head, I'm like, who is this man, and how does he know how I look? My friend then followed up with me, showing me a photo of him, and he was really cute. So I texted the number, not knowing where it'll go. And I never got a text back. She put a little sad face. Until the next day.
Okay.
Me and this guy talked all day, but not your regular, what's your favorite color talk, but actual conversation.
Love that.
That same night, I asked him to talk through FaceTime, and we proceeded to talk for 2 hours. Oh, shit. From there, I knew this man was going to be the one. I knew God sent this man for me. Oh, there's a downside.
What?
The downside. He lives in another country. Oh no. Fuck. I booked a flight that same night to go see him. Not knowing at the time if it was going to be dangerous. Meeting someone for the first time and in a different country at that. But I trusted my gut and I knew it was going to be okay. I also prayed to God because I was very scared. Now, 3 months later, we're still going strong, but I miss him every day. My question is, do you guys have any advice on long distance relationships? I've never had a serious relationship, and now to have found someone so perfect, only to be so far away from each other, it gets lonely sometimes. Love you guys. Oh my God, Jay.
Right off the bat, I would just say buy a plane. Just kidding. All the worst advice
buy
ever.
Buy a plane and go to him.
A ver, do you have any advice? Because I feel like this is very up my alley.
I thought you were gonna say on my ass.
I'm like, he is.
I
I'm
was
just
like,
kidding.
what the fuck?
No.
Well, when I was little, I don't know when asked.
When I was little, I'm like, you bought a fucking flight?
When I was 15, I was in my very first like real strong relationship that I was in deep feels for, like super enamorada vibes. My first love, and it was long distance.
Broke my heart for the first
And it was
time.
really sickening. But it was really annoying and hard because I was young, so I was really impatient. I always wanted to see him.
Yeah.
The only difference is that now, obviously, your story, I'm sure you're not 15. You seem to be older. So I think, honestly, as long as you're willing to be patient and keep that open communication, it could work long term.
Yeah.
And like, as long as you guys have plans of how often you guys are going to try and see each other and try your hardest to stick to those plans, it could work, right?
Yeah, I feel like I've been dealing with long distance relationships my whole life. Being
Honestly, yeah.
a gay man, it is our number of choices are always a little more narrow. And because typically people like where we live aren't always
the cutest.
that too. No, it's just our options really are limited. Like, not only are we like gay, so you're looking for another guy, but then not everybody comes out at the same time, and then a lot of people want to like date you, but then not be public about it, so then you don't want to do that.
Complicated.
And then it's just, and then if there are gay people like in the city, it's usually like a small number of people, and it's just people that, you know, your options are limited. It's not like when you're a hetero, like since you're like little, you're like, I like you, and then you guys make out under the tree and have a baby. Like it's limited. So I feel like for me, my whole life dating guys, it was always like either the next city or the next state over, or long distance or hours. So I feel like I've always dealt with that. And what Yoatzi said, what always helped me was communication, obviously. Trying to do, now that we have FaceTime, that's always a really helpful
That's a plus.
thing. But with you, it's a whole nother country.
That's crazy.
I haven't dealt with a whole nother country, but I have dealt with a flight was the only thing that would get us to see each other. And I would say what helped me the most was, like you said, communication. 2, planning out when we were going to see each other. And 3, remaining busy.
Okay.
I
that's a good
felt
one.
like time obviously just flies when I remain busy, because if you're just kind of like, I don't know, just waiting on it, it just seems like time is eternity and you're like missing them like
every day.
Yeah, like I feel like even now, like I'll keep myself really busy and I'll hang out a lot with friends and family, so I don't feel that like loneliness of like, oh, I don't have my significant other, but then I'll still talk to them on the phone on FaceTime, so then it'll get me like that.
It's like a lot of communication.
Yeah, and at the end of the night I'm like, yeah, at least I got to talk to them. But another advice that I would give you, considering that they're also like from another country, one thing that I would do with like my partner a lot, sometimes we'd go on vacations instead of visiting one another.
Ooh, I like that.
Yes, one of us
like
is
that a lot.
going to have to book that flight regardless. And what we would do sometimes is like, instead of me going to visit them or them visiting me, I'd be like, let's go here. And sometimes the flights were cheaper instead of going to go see one another. And then we'd save a little extra to book that hotel or something.
Oh, that would be cute.
Yeah. So it was just like, I don't know, we would balance it out. Or sometimes like I really wanted to see them or they wanted to see me, and we would help one another a little bit with the flight. For example, if I was just going to stay at my house and they were going to come visit me, I'd be like, oh, I'll help you with this much so you can come see me.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. And planning
That's
ahead,
really
because
cute.
flights are cheaper. But yeah, like if you guys don't want to, like, for example, if they don't want to fly to you and you feel like we were just gonna be at my house, then go somewhere else and make it like a fun adventure.
That's really cute. And I think too, I would say, like Louie said, planning would be really good. So you guys should try to make it a goal the next, like when you're gonna see each other next. Mm-hmm. So say like, okay, let's make it a goal to see each other in like 4 or 5 months. Mm-hmm. Pick a date and start planning for that date. I think if you have a goal and you're working towards that goal, it'll get you more excited. And every day you'll be like, oh my God, well, I'm going to see him in like like have a little
Yeah.
countdown. So you're more and more excited every single day because you're almost to your goal.
And also maybe like a little financial advice. I use Southwest a lot when I was flying.
Oh, yeah.
And I think you and me, and then also like my partner, we had credit cards with Southwest.
Yes.
And they were really good because I liked their point system where we would buy our flights and then you get points back. So a lot of my flights, even now, because I've accumulated so many like points from even them traveling and me traveling, I would get
we
free
get them
flights,
with points.
hella
Yeah.
free flights. And then also what I love about Southwest, all right, it's all ad. No, but what I love about Southwest is that they give you 2 full-size luggages for free and a free carry-on and a free personal item.
Yes, that's right.
So
our girl Southwest.
Yeah, I'd always be like, I'm flying with my girl Southwest.
Yes,
So
that's right.
for me, that was like the best airline to fly because I wouldn't have to worry about any of my fucking luggage. It was already included in all of my flights. And then my credit card, so then I would just get hella points back.
You are so
And
right, Louie. Oh my god.
If you don't have enough points to cover your whole flight, you can use some of those points to get money off. So
yes,
you're welcome, babe.
And even if Southwest doesn't work, because I know it's a different country, it's maybe international.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Maybe just look into. I know there's a bunch of
Other
airlines,
ones,
a bunch of credit cards. Just look for one because credit cards are literally your best friend when you're flying because you get so many fucking points.
But use them right, eh?
Sí, sí. Y también no te pongas en pinche deuda, eh? No debt. No,
the cool thing about credit cards is like if you use it when you still have the money,
pay it off. Casi
just-
luego, luego.
yeah, it's basically you're just getting the benefits instead of relying on it's like, oh my god, let me buy the flight and then not be able to pay back because then it ends up being way more expensive. Yeah, so that's why we're saying save the money, and instead of buying your flight directly, just be like, oh, I have the money already, let me just use my credit card so I can get the fucking points.
Yes.
And period.
But
But
yeah, it's advice, eh? No también te aloques.
Yeah,
and
don't
be
fucking get a creded card on my name.
"Ka-ching."
I know, but you can definitely make it work if there's that communication, and I wish you guys the absolute best.
Yes, good luck. Please give us an update on how it's going. I'm curious to see if it worked out or not. I'm like fingers crossed that it really does work out because it sounds like it's meant to be.
It will.
Okay, so
Is it my turn?
it's your turn.
Did you want me to read that one specific one?
I think you'll see it right away.
No, dámela.
It has a title.
I don't know.
Ay,
There's so
it
many.
says squinkle.
Someone's gonna fucking read
It's
them
right
all.
here. This one.
A ver, tía. Oh, bitch, you deleted everything. Look.
What the heck?
No more stories.
Guys are gone forever. Aquí
A ver, let me
este.
see that the title is super pending.
Look at the title. Oh, bitch. I was like, oh, shit.
No.
Please read it.
These are all up my alley. So the title of this one is Boyfriend Still on Grindr.
Oh, shit.
And if you guys don't know what Grindr is, it's basically a gay dating app. But no.
Louie works for the.
I'm
just kidding.
I own half the app.
I'm kidding.
But instead of like being for dating, it's for fun activities. Right? Like drawing. Just kidding. So just keep that in mind.
what you do after hours.
And I'm not promoting the app in any way, shape, or form.
yeah.
So don't say Louie told you about it. Hello, PNS. I know Louie BBL would know about the one and only Grindr app.
It's all for Louie.
I had a hella story times on like my YouTube channel about like
I remember
my stories on
those.
this app. So yes, I do know about this app.
One day you have to bring those stories here.
So this says, I am a trans woman who met this guy on Grindr. We met up and he was literally my dream guy. Oh, that's cute. He was so sweet and kind to me, made me feel happy, and made me feel so comfortable in my own skin. Oh, I love that. Because
really
I will
cute.
say, like, even in my past, when I've had used the app, I did meet some cool people out of it, even though it obviously has a purpose. But I did meet
You
some
still
like
meet
cool people
people.
on there. A couple weeks ago, he turned off his location, which he never does, and I had a feeling in my gut to check the app, so I did. Ooh. And I found his profile picture. Ay, ese estúpido. You couldn't even fucking use a different one. Nah,
So
just
that
kidding.
means that they're in the same location?
Well,
around
yeah,
each
because
other?
it shows you people in your
In your area? Oh my God.
He was on the app again, and I texted him using a fake account. Ooh, you're smart, girl.
Mírala.
Qué bueno. So she said he was on the app, and I texted him using a fake account and a fake profile. Oh, he was at a motel meeting up with some guys. I confronted him, and he denied ever doing that.
Oh my gosh, the audacity.
Knowing that there was proof of him doing it. For a couple of weeks, he's been on the app while on the phone with me, but he doesn't know he's texting me through a fake account. Also, you still have the fake account, and they don't know that they're talking to the fake account. Okay. I believed him at first, but now it's gotten out of hand. The thing is, he doesn't look for other trans women. He looks for cis men. So it hurts me even more because I put so much effort into this relationship and he didn't. I gave him gifts for Valentine's and I got nothing. I don't want to leave him because he's the one guy who truly made me feel seen and I was genuinely happy with him. But now I can't take it anymore. I want to leave him and find someone better. Ugh, it's so hard. Dime que se vaya la chingada and to leave him, and I will. I love you guys. Aww.
So I'm not really too familiar with the terms. So cis male is what?
It's like, well, cis male is just like like Alex. He's a cis male. You're a cis woman.
Oh, okay.
And then there's like her. She says she's a trans woman. So like I would like if we're getting into all the terms, I'd be like you're a cis woman. But I forgot what cis stands for. I mean, it stands for like it's like a term, but I think for short it's cis woman. I don't know, but yeah. So
that makes sense.
So I'm assuming that with what she put on here, it means he's looking for cis men.
He's looking for gay guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
So obviously, I could see how that would like. Just not be the best thing to see it, considering that, you know, they are together. And that's happened to me before in the sense where I was talking to a guy once who we weren't dating, but we were talking. And it would throw me off when they were talking to guys who looked nothing like me.
I've had that happen too.
And it puts you in like in your head where you're like, well, then why are you with me?
Because like I don't look like that.
Yeah, or like they have like a routine,
a type.
A type. There you go. That's the word. They have a type, and then it's just like, well, why was I the odd one?
Right. You're like, I look nothing like that.
Yeah.
I feel that.
So then it kind of puts you in a weird place of like, was that what you really want, or is it that? I don't know. It just puts you in a really
settle for me
in a weird headspace. But I am really sorry for that, and I'm glad that you were smart enough to go the route that you did, which was not expose yourself as that other account because you're really trying to find like the juices. Because it is very common with that app for people to use fake profiles. With like I've had people like send me screenshots of like, hey Louie, someone's using your picture on the app. But I feel like with me it's pretty like obvious when it's fake because all the pictures usually are like straight up from my Instagram. So they look like they're not full on like thirst traps. They're not it's like just like me pics. And I'm like, hey.
It's a picture of you now on the podcast.
Not about it. Don't give me fucking ideas, bitch.
Don't do that. Don't do it.
Bitch with the earphones y todo.
I thought you're like, I'm a podcaster.
I'm here to network. But yeah, so I know it's very popular on there to be like fake profile vibes. But even if it is a fake profile, the fact that you're saying that they weren't giving you the most effort in like Valentine's Day or just like giving you everything that you're looking for, I feel like you already know what I'm gonna say, but I would say like just leave them.
That's like a red flag. Huh?
And also you finding that out was already a huge red flag. Two, like I feel like we always say trust your gut and your instinct. Like I don't think I've ever been wrong when I have a gut feeling.
You have to trust your gut feelings. Like those are your best friends, honestly.
And then since when we're so into a relationship, we want to ignore those gut feelings. So we're not bashing you because we've definitely all been there.
We've done it.
Where it's like we get those gut feelings and we ignore it because we want to see the best in people. And I'm sure, I mean, just in this community in general, and it's very hard to find a relationship. So I know exactly what you're talking about when you're saying like you don't want to give up on it because you found someone who you could really connect to. But we got to always remind ourselves of our worth.
Yes. And honestly, I 100% feel like, I know right now you might be like, oh, I'm not going to find anybody better, but I'm so certain that there will be a better for you because you sound like a very sweet person and it doesn't sound like you deserve that. Well, nobody deserves that kind of treatment, but I'm pretty sure you just have to give yourself some time to heal and you're going to find your person. It's going to come like, this is so cheesy, but I feel like this is so true. Your person comes when you least expect it.
And to go off of what Yoatzi is saying, it really is that way. But let me tell you why. I think I know why.
Bitch.
I like to really dissect things. Because in my brain, I like for things to make sense.
I like to dissect frogs and their brains.
I know. Let's see what's in them.
Let's see.
No, I'm a very like, I don't know. I just like to dissect things. And in my brain, I made it make sense as to why that saying is where it's like, it comes when you least expect it. Because Loki fucking hated hearing that shit when I was single and I was trying to find somebody.
You're like, shut up.
And somebody's just like, just don't look for it and it'll come when you least expect it. I was like, puta, I'm not going to do that. I'm like, I want someone
you
now.
You don't fucking know shit.
And I'm like, shut up.
That's all what she's going to say about us.
I know. She leaves a comment.
She's like, you don't know shit.
Right? No, so here's why I think that saying works and why it's a thing. So when you are least expecting it, during that time of you least expecting it, it's not even so much just like ignore it and be like, let me not put thought into it. Is that instead of you seeking a significant other or like, you know, searching for somebody in general, instead of putting your time into that, you're putting the time into yourself.
Ooh, I like that.
You're focusing on yourself. You're making sure that you are feeding yourself and your energy. After feeding yourself and your own energy, you just project confidence. And confidence is such a huge thing that attracts people. And I think like when I found my partner and other times when I've like had other relationships that were great, they would come when I least expected it. And I always try to remember of what kind of place I was in. And it was always when I wasn't looking for it.
When you were in like a good
I was in a good headspace. I was just surrounding myself with friends and I would come across somebody and like just remember you guys that confidence attracts.
Ooh,
and I think that
Louie, you're poetic.
I am. And I feel like that's why it works out that when people say just when you least expect it, because you're gardening your own garden.
Yes.
And that person's
so
gonna come.
Sense.
Yeah. So that would be my advice is like, I know it sounds like a lonely time when people are like, just till you least expect it, but you need to romanticize yourself
and water your garden.
Yeah. And I promise you it'll come and it's going to attract the right person because one, you are being yourself. Two, you're just in a happier place and the person who appreciates that will come to you.
And also you will be more aware about bullshit. So like if somebody else tries to come your way that's full of bullshit, you already be like, nope, dealt with that, bye, go away.
Yeah. And you already have like an expectation of what you're looking for. So
that was good advice.
I know you might not want to hear him, but I would say leave that now.
Yes, I would. I agree with Louie. Yeah. Leave, take the time for you, and it might be hard, but also keep us updated. I want to know how you're doing and wish you the best of luck and that your person will come. They really will, I promise.
They will.
That was the
Thanks for submitting your story time.
All right. Ready for the next one?
Yeah.
This one is just titled Relationship Advice. All right. This was short and straight to the point. So my man of almost 14 years had a baby with his best friend. What? I never met her, but he always claimed her as best friend.
Ew, I'm pissed right now.
It's been almost 3 years. I stayed with him, but it's honestly hard because I went through a miscarriage. And for him to do this to me is so heartbreaking. I just feel dumb staying with him. Oh my gosh, girl.
I think obviously the whole situation is fucking frustrating.
So they've been together for 14 years and somewhere in there he had a baby with the best friend.
Yeah.
Oh,
like I'm saying, the whole situation is just a frustrating situation, but like what's giving me the biggest irk is how like he was presenting this person as a best friend.
And it turned out that bitch that ain't no best friend. You don't fuck your best friends.
Fuck
right? Right, guys. We don't fuck our best. When I'm bored.
No, that
you
is.
don't fuck your best friends. That's weird. Because like I feel like if you do shit with your bestie or like best friend, whatever the fuck, that means that there's attraction in there somewhere towards each other. And like if you have a significant other, you shouldn't be hanging out with somebody that you're attracted to because it's going to make your significant other uncomfortable.
But long story short, that's not right.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't know what you just said right now. I was just like, no, like, I don't even know what to say advice-wise on that whole situation because it's like, to me, it would be just get the fuck out of that relationship. But it's just like the frustration of them presenting this person as a best friend. And what I will say is try to give you advice on that. When anybody, significant other, has a best friend, if they're best friends, they should be coming around a lot.
Right.
Because I know my partner is around me and my besties, and I've been around him and his besties. And you're able to see the chemistry and if anything's weird. But if there's a point, like, for example, it'd be a red flag for me if, like, my partner was like, oh, I'm going to go hang out with my bestie and, like, bye. But I'd be like, bitch. Or, like, if the bestie never comes around, then I'd be like, okay, there's something a little fishy going on there. But if they really are besties, there should be no issue with them coming around you or vice versa, them coming around to your bestie. Because if they're besties, then I feel like y'all should be getting along.
Right. Like the whole group.
And like you should be able to catch if something's like
a little fishy.
Yeah.
I don't. But my baby don't even like that. He's fucking kicking the shit
I
out
know
of me
that
right
bitch.
Hey.
Yeah.
So like, oh my God, like what the fuck do you do now? Because they have a baby. Like, are they gonna try and make it work?
Oh, like him and the bestie?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, I don't even
like,
think
are they
about
gonna try and get in a relationship or what the fuck?
Yeah.
And is he still trying to be with you?
And like,
that's weird.
And like, yeah, it's just like a lot of questions because it was
not,
very
not
like,
weird on your part,
yeah,
babe.
yeah,
Weird
on
on
there.
him and the girl. That's weird. They're fucking weird.
It's just like a lot of questions because like were they ever quote unquote besties or were they just like fucking around or were they actually besties at some point but then they were like, wait, are we like lover? And then that
Do we
happened.
actually love each other?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like it's just we got to get down to the core to it. But my best advice for some shit like this and to anybody out there who like if their partner has a quote unquote bestie, it's just that bestie better be fucking around and you should be able to really see the vibes.
Yeah, and it honestly, maybe leave. I was gonna say leave while you can, but damn, 14 years is a long time. Because they've been together for 14 years.
Wait. So it just hit me. So if I'm understanding the story correctly now, because I got confused. If I'm understanding if I'm understanding it correctly, she has been with this man for 14 years, right? That's number one. Check.
And when
No, don't mix me up. Wait. They've been together for 14 years.
Yes.
That's a check.
Yes.
Okay. She was pregnant with a baby from him, but she had a miscarriage.
Yes.
So check. So she technically doesn't have a baby right now.
She does not.
Okay.
They don't have a baby together.
But he is having a baby with that bestie.
He had one. When they were together, when they had 11 years together, that's when he got the girl pregnant because this was 3 years ago.
Oh, and she's still with him now.
Yes.
Oh, so that baby's like 3 now.
Yes.
Oh my God. I literally, I had to like really break it down.
We had to really dissect it.
Well, girl, if you don't have a baby, I would say run.
Yeah, I think honestly, I still feel like you have time because you don't want to be part of that mess.
Yeah.
And then I don't want to like say this, but usually guys have like a special connection with their baby mamas and they'll still fuck them on the side.
Ew,
No, literally men are disgusting. They will continue to do that. And you don't want to be part of that situation.
And now I understand why you said that this hurts because you had a miscarriage. So I feel like she's feeling like, damn, like, I don't want you to feel this way at all, but I low-key feel like what you're trying to say is that maybe she's feeling like I could have given him that baby.
Yeah.
And but like literally like Yoatzi said, like if you sadly you don't have the baby, but I feel like use it and leave.
Like
you don't want
because you
that.
don't have a tie with him.
And you're still able to find a man who is going to respect you
and love you
and
girl.
your baby.
Yes.
So él ya se hizo pinche bolas with whoever the fuck, and I
Que se hagan
know
bolas, ajá, ellos allá.
I know right now you're probably thinking like, bitch, I'm going to be giving away 14 years of my life because that is painful. 14 years of your life with a partner. But you still have so much more to create something with somebody new.
Yeah.
Because ahorita, yes, it's 14 years with like that partner that you have. Pero como we were saying, like, imagínate el mess that's going to come.
No, yeah, that's going to be, I feel like it's only going to get messier. There's no way it's going to clear up and be like peaches.
I know. And don't let him tell you shit.
No, mi
haz
amor.
tu decisión.
You still have time. No, mejor. Vámonos de ahí, mi
Sí,
amor.
vámonos.
Sí, vámonos de ahí.
Yo te ayudo, yo te recojo.
Sí, vámonos. En his G-Wagon y todo. Right, let's go, babe. Oh my God, that is a complicated ass situation.
Yeah.
But
that's scary.
That's our 2 cents and our advice, and it even took us a little bit to comprehend.
I know, it's because I'm done.
No, it's just a crazy ass story.
Give me mine.
Oh my goodness.
And my turn.
I'm stressed.
I know. You guys are stressing me. Did you already unstar the one?
I did unstar him.
Ooh, I like the title of this one.
A ver, what does this say?
It is called Am I Ready to Let Go?
Ay, more poeticness. Yes.
Guys.
It's
all audiobook.
I know, audiobook.
This couldn't have been a better time for me to express my feelings. I have been with my husband for 9 years.
Husband. Okay.
9 years dating and 8 years married.
Oh.
Ooh.
A total of like 17 years together.
Is that? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
9 plus 8.
No, I'm trying to figure out literally what you're trying to figure out. You're trying to figure out if they dated for 9 years and then got married for 8 years, or if they were dating and then they married a year after.
Oh,
now,
shit.
Right?
Yeah.
But it isn't.
Yeah, it's 17. Ándeles, cabrones.
Yeah.
I would read that phrase again one more time.
I have been with my husband for 9 years. 9 years dating and 8 years married. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
so 17.
married. No, they married a year after dating. Because she says, I have been with my husband for 9 years. She didn't say I have been married, but I have been with my husband for 9 years.
Okay, you're right.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure they dated for a year and then got married year 2, and now it's a total of 9 years. That's how we're gonna take it, girl.
Or vice versa, girl.
We're all giving her advice on the wrong thing.
But they've been together for 9 years. So, okay.
Things have been super rocky lately, where I am mentally checked out.
Aww.
I've voiced my thoughts and concerns to him, and he's finally ready to make a change. He has been putting in the effort that I once asked for, but now I feel like when I look at him, I don't see a husband. I see a guy who I live with. I feel like I know exactly what you're talking about. I feel a lot more myself and cared for by another person who I never thought I'd see anything with.
Alex.
Babe, I was going to say all you guys.
No, literally.
It's all Yoatzi sent it.
Oh my God.
We talked about what maybe our life would be like, kids included. But the thing is, I've gone through 3 miscarriages.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And I'm afraid of letting any other person I may ever talk to because I don't want that to define me. Don't get me wrong, I still care and have love for my husband, but maybe I'm just holding on due to the financial stress I'd be putting into, or maybe the fact that maybe everything will work out. Ooh, I have shit to say about this, but do you have shit to say about this?
I do.
Who wants to go first?
I'll just say my little 2 cents.
Scared.
I feel like once you are mentally checked out of a relationship, it is so fuck you.
Sorry, I'm anxious.
It is so hard to like get back into it. Like once you're mentally checked out, I feel like for women, we check out way before we actually let go. That's what happened to me. Once you check out, babe, I almost want to say it's like really, really fucking hard to like go back into the flow of things almost.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to piggyback off what Yoatzi said and just like explain it a little bit more. The term checking out comes from people who have been begging for a change or wanting change from their person and they didn't get that. So they eventually don't want to let go because they're still attached to this person. But they got so tired of asking for the change and the effort that you check out.
You're just literally like, but it's never going to change. I'm over it.
Yes. And I wanted to clarify on that because I don't want people to hear it and think that you're just like, I am bored. I'm checking out of this relationship.
No.
It's very different. It's usually from a relationship where you feel like you were just asking for so much and you never got it, that you just get tired and you feel like your words don't have meaning to it.
Yeah.
I went exactly through that in a relationship where I was fucking exhausted of asking for change and begging for change and asking for things to be different and asking for a better relationship, that eventually I mentally checked out of it, and it was very hard to leave that relationship. And I was still attached to the person and I loved them, but I was like, I'm not, this is not a relationship. Like, I love you and I am trying, but at this point I am the only one putting everything, and I'm tired of asking you to put your 2 cents. So I could see where you're coming from with that, where you're just like, I am done and I want something else, but it's hard to leave because you want it to work so bad. And then once they start putting the effort, is like,
it's like too late.
And from my experience, again, my experience, I'm not saying this is your experience, they're not really even putting the effort. They just don't want you to leave.
They don't want you to leave. And this happens so often. I've seen it happen in my past relationships where they will change. They'll start showing you change and all this improvement. They start giving you everything you want because they notice that you're mentally checking out.
Yeah.
But they only do it to kind of keep you there. And once they know I got her back, she's going to stay, it goes back to the old ways.
Literally like at the snap of a finger.
Always. It happened to me all the fucking time.
And it just turns into a cycle of like.
It's the same thing over and over.
And right when you're like, okay, I'm leaving you, they're like, no! And then they change
I'm gonna
a little
change
bit.
For you.
They'll get you flowers and they'll like change things. They'll start being more helpful. But then they leave.
But then they
stop.
They do it again.
Yeah.
It just happens again. So I would say maybe it might be time for you to let go and explore that new relationship that can have some real, true potential.
Yeah. And I would say my advice for sure would be Yoatzi's advice, which is leave. And if you're still attached to this person, I don't say there's anything wrong with that. And I'm not saying to leave the relationship and hope that person you're with right now is going to come back. I say just leave and go do whatever you want to do with either a new person or figure something out. But what I'm trying to get at is that if this person that you're currently with really does want you, maybe with time they will actually show real proof that they changed, and they'll know what it's like to be like, fuck, I just lost somebody because I didn't put any effort. Yeah. And who knows, it could work out again. But I'm not telling you to leave the relationship with being like, we might come back. No, like leave it and leave it. Yeah. And find somebody else.
Literally that. And then like Louie said, sometimes it might be right person, wrong time.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And like maybe later on, once he fixed himself and you got to work on yourself, you guys might come back. But don't rely on that. Don't be thinking about that. Don't have it in the back of your head. If it happens, great, sickening. But if it doesn't, you were working on yourself and you were able to hopefully move on from that situation.
Yeah, the best thing to leave that relationship with is knowing that you are mentally checked out of it, because that is a very real thing. Yeah. And just reminding yourself that you are leaving not because you don't love him anymore, but because you're tired of not getting what you deserve.
Exactly. Louis being so poetic today.
I know.
Oh my goodness. We need to do more of these. He's all inspiring. He's like, wow.
Take my own advice.
Like, I'm going to leave.
I know. Come back single next time.
I think, don't say that. Yeah. I think that's really, really good advice. Yeah. So, buena suerte, mi amor.
You must be like the pussy.
I hope all of you guys follow up and tell us what the fuck happened.
I know, it's a lot of fucking cheese, man. Yeah, wait, you just read one?
Yes, that's the one I read, right? Or was that the one Louie read? I'm scared. Who read it?
Did I read that? Oh, I think I did read that one.
Yeah. You read this one.
I think we might have time for one more, but choose a short one.
Yes, let me choose a strawberry shortcake.
All right.
Oh, I like the title. It's so long. I like this one, but it's too long. We don't have time. God damn.
Y'all's love life is fucked.
Oh my god, the last 3 are really long.
So we don't have time.
They're really long.
And the only time we're on a time crunch, you guys, is because we're working on some exciting things for Pretty Not Smart, and we have a meeting right after this. We have a meeting
right after. God damn.
See, no, we would give you guys, but okay. Well, maybe if you guys do want to hear a part 2, because we love hearing you guys' stories, and we hope that our advice helps anyone, even if you weren't seeking this advice, hopefully in the future, or hopefully you never need this advice, but it helps in one way, shape, or form.
Or it helps you collect some new information so that you can share some advice with your family and friends.
Yeah. And also thank you to every single one of you who
submitted your stories
and allowed us to share them to the public, because there could be somebody else who's going through something similar, and hopefully this message reaches them. And also don't forget that don't forget that no relationship is perfect.
Yes.
There is ups and downs to every single relationship, and people will like to judge your relationship from an outside view. Take it from us. Constantly being judged off of our love choices, but that's the one thing that keeps me sane, is knowing that everyone's relationship is fucked up. Just kidding. No, it's just every relationship does have their ups and downs, and
yeah, we all go through shit.
Just listening to what you want to do and
follow your heart.
Pero
también no te me hagas pendeja, eh?
Sí,
make
no
the right choices.
Just
like,
kidding.
no, literally, don't be like me or like Louie. Make the right choices. And remember to always make smart decisions for yourself and to water your garden.
Yeah.
Even if you are in a relationship, like a healthy one, still continue to water your garden every day.
Even if your garden's dead. There's like no grass. Todo quemado.
You have to continue to water yourself so the relationship could keep thriving.
Pues déjame, voy a bañar. Just kidding.
But thank you guys so much for listening and again sharing all your stories, and comment down below if you want a part 2.
A part 2, yeah. Or Yoatzi and I were talking about doing we listen and we judge.
We do judge. We do judge.
But it's supposed to be we don't judge, but we're gonna judge.
We're gonna judge. Like, who are we kidding?
You guys judge our lives, we're judging yours. Just kidding. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye.